Hi Stampin' friends! Tonight we're going to use the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set, and then we're going to use the matching paper, which is called Ice Cream Corner. I was going through this and I thought, oh, I can just do a couple of cards tonight because, you know, that'll be enough and just give them an idea. And then I got started thinking about all the different ways you could use it, and I had a little trouble editing. So we'll see how many I get through tonight, because I just kept wanting to use different ones and having different ideas, and yeah, I have trouble with editing. I think we all know that, don't we? So I think I'm going to just go ahead and get started and show you a couple of different ways to use different parts of this, and hopefully I will find everything as I need it. I don't know if you all saw the retirement list, and there are several of some of our favorites. These nested labels, I've used these a lot. They have the little stitching inside. They're retiring, and I don't even know if they're still available because, frankly, I don't have time to check and see. But these and some of our ovals, and then our stitched shapes, which is stitched ovals, stitched circles, and also stitched squares. Those are retiring, so it's kind of like kind of a weird deal. I want to show how some of these look really cute with this because of the what would you call it? I guess repetition of the pointy with the pointy cone. I just kind of like to do that sometimes. So I'm going to show you a couple of things, and then we'll see how much we can stand to listen to me talk tonight, because it's kind of a lot. So when I turn this down, you'll be like, yeah, that is a lot. It's kind of messy. So I did this one first like this because what I wanted to show you was I haven't used it yet, but the popsicle. So what I did for the popsicle, I was thinking that it would be pretty to make a different popsicle than what they have, because this is what's on the popsicle paper. So it has variations of color, but there's not really an orange one. But then on the back, there's a really pretty stripe that has kind of a mango melody in it. So it's kind of an interesting look, and you can see that it has some bright colors and some other colors in it. So what I'm doing is putting the mango melody on the bottom and just kind of centering it up. Luckily I can kind of see because we're using the clear stamps for this. That was wise of Stampin' Up. And then you just kind of follow the stamp here, and let's see if I can do it twice. I don't know, let's see. There we are. So there you can see I've kind of made it into kind of an orange lemon citrus one. So you can see how that turns out. And you could do this in any of the colors, of course, that they used, but you could also use maybe granny apple green with maybe the light seaside, or not seaside, that's not even what I mean. I'm saying all the words wrong tonight. The soft seafoam, this with the granny apple green, that would be pretty. You know, it's two colors on here. So there are a lot of different choices. This is one I really would have liked to have been able to have been having classes at the same time so that everyone could come and just use whatever color they want. That would have been a lot of fun. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking the little stick and I'm inking it in the crumb cake. So there you can see I just stamped it on the bottom, called it good. So I'm just going to close these up real quick, and then I'm going to show you how I was imagining this card. So we'll have to see what you think. You may not think that's the way to go, but I was just kind of imagining some really bright colors. So I won't be offended if you do not care for my colors, because I don't think I've even ever used these bright colors. It's the Mango Melody and the Coastal Cabana. So then I did the Treat Yourself, and that is from this stamp set also. And I did it with the nested labels. So it could go across the bottom, and then I could put this across here. And then I was thinking about putting other colors on here and what would be cute and whatever. And then I realized this would just probably be over the top. So this is our Magenta Madness. So I was kind of imagining it as a really peppy looking little accent piece under there. So let me continue with what I'm doing here. There we go. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. If I can find them for all of my stuff that I have out here. There we go. And I can use small ones. It'll work fine. Sure it will. There we go. And I might, since they are so small, put one in the middle. Probably a good idea. There we go. And then I'm just going to place it on place the Mango Melody onto my Coastal Cabana. So then I'm also going to need to get some dimensionals under this. All right. Just put one on each side of that. And there we go. And then as I'm doing this, I'm going to imagine sliding I think I kind of want this to be, I better turn this around and look at it my way so I don't make any mistakes, but just kind of put that right there. And then let's imagine where I'm going to put this guy. That should have gone a little lower. I wouldn't necessarily need to center this. It would be probably cuter if I did it to the side and then put the treat yourself. Let me show you how so many different ways to lay this out. Oh, the embossing folder is that Dainty Diamonds, and it is actually retiring. So you can see here, that would also be a cute way to lay this out as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it down here at the bottom and just kind of go with it for a minute. And so when you see this posted on my blog, it may look different. I may decide to do it differently by then, but I just think this is a fun little thing. What I thought this would be cute for as well, I'm doing a thing on Facebook giving away an embellishment kit. And so I thought that could be really cute to say, treat yourself, you know, go ahead and do something fun with that. So, okay, there you can see that. And then I'm just gonna slide this little guy. I think I did it so that I can do that. I always mean to do it that way. Slide it right under there. So there you can see I have my Magenta Madness ribbon going through here. So I'm just going to use a glue dot. I've got some right here. Oops. And then tuck it under, right under here. There we go. And then the same on the other side. And then I think what I want to do, I think I want to make a bow out of this. I think that would be kind of cute and fun. And if I was gonna be, you know, if I knew I was gonna send it to a man already, if I'd already had that planned, I probably wouldn't do a bow. I would just make a little tie with my ribbon. Okay, so here I am getting it kind of straight. And now that I have that on there, I'm just gonna go ahead and put another glue dot just right under the ribbon, and that will kind of secure it. I mean, not a glue dot, a dimensional. And that will secure it. Just make sure it doesn't show on the edge. And tuck it under both sides. And I'm adhering the ribbon and the layer to the card base like that. So there you can see that. And then I'm just going to make my bow. Let's go ahead and cut this so that I can show you here. The way I do this is typically just to make my loop, wrap it around like I'm tying a shoe, and tuck it under. Now this one doesn't even matter because it's not some of the bows you have to twist a little bit because they are a different kind of ribbon that has a solid side and maybe a golden side or some kind of thing like that. But this one is not like that. So I'm just gonna trim this kind of neatly on each end just to make it look finished. And sometimes I have trouble deciding how long am I gonna leave the ends on my bow. So then you can see there, I'm just gonna add a glue dot under that and tuck it right there on the edge. except I didn't. It's stuck to my finger now. Okay, there we are. So there you can see that was a super quick card, and it is very fun and very summery and ice creamy. Okay, so that's one. And then I was going to show you some of the things about the paper. The back side of this paper is designed to slide into this punch so that you can punch pretty ice cream shapes. Let's see, I turn it like that, out of the paper. So that's what's kind of novel about this paper, is that you do get several different looks. You can see here there's a green and blue on this paper. Then there's another paper that has the purples, 2 different shades of purple, and then some kind of a bright pink that you could do the same thing. Then, of course, the back side is a nice diagonal stripe. But then there's also this paper backside that has the yellows and the pinks, like it's strawberry kind of. So that is one thing that you can do with the paper when you're getting ready to put things together. So I'm gonna kind of look here at some things. This was another thing I thought I could add to that card, and I probably will. Just a slight little edging here of this paper. So you want to see me try to do that? I'll show you how I would just go ahead and like make it just a little better right here at the end. So I do want to use one maybe that doesn't have a whole lot of the pink, just because I kind of think the pink and the orange was a little much, and that's not the same shade of pink that's on my card. So there you can see what I'm going to do is just tuck it in there and use adhesive and stick it down, and that will just give it a little bit of an echoing of this while still letting this pretty orange one shine. So that's how I would probably finish that. Okay, for this card, just a second, I have a dimensional back. They're everywhere. I don't know if you're a crafter, but you can really see that those things just get everywhere. So you could put this either way. You could put the ice creams at the bottom or at the top. And I'm just using the green on this one because we wouldn't necessarily use the back side of this except to make punch out an ice cream. And then we have paper this paper, actually the one I'm using, actually has the back side looking like a waffle cone. So what I've done several times on this is just slide it in, and you can cut a strip of this. That will make it easier, or you can just cut out a piece that's like the perfect size for cutting out a waffle cone. So like I'll just do that right here. But you can see if you'd gone all the way down, that's what I've done before, is just cut strips and just do it that way. But I'm just gonna slide that in and then punch. I'm gonna get rid of that trash there. And so you can see here that this is like a really nice match. And then I just need to decide with this whether I would like to use a green or a light blue, or would I like to use the green and the blue together on here. So there's my little oval, and I'm gonna just put this, I'm gonna get a dimensional to put on this. There we are. And I'm just gonna pop that right in the middle as best I can. And you can also, when you're doing this, you can try to just put it off to the side, like on purpose, not with your oval, but with this, with your ice cream, you know, just kind of do it jaunty like, and then that way it'll be like, oh, well, she wasn't even trying to get that straight. She was trying to make it look kind of fun and silly. So that's an option. So let me go ahead and put these down. I think I will use dimensionals, and I want this the least amount of, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that a little bit. It has just a little bit of the circle from the last time, so you have the last row of circles on there, so I'm just gonna kind of smidge that off real quick. Then I'm gonna have trouble getting these up off the paper guard. There we go, not bad at all. Okay, so I'm ready to put this on. Let's see here. And I'm just gonna line that up along the bottom, just like normal. And then I'm ready to do the same thing with the top. I'm not gonna put any dimensionals on the part that lays on top of here, just on these top two pieces, like that. And then I'm going to take my regular adhesive, just like a tape runner type adhesive, and put that across the bottom, that. And then I'm just going to try to get it even before I press it down. So, got a dimensional backing there. There we are, good enough. So you can see how I'm going to do that. And then I'll just pop this up. One thing that would be really cute also is to do it across the card like this. And probably, I've done this several times, use the happy birthday. You can see how that would be, and you could put the ice cream down at the bottom of the card. So I'll probably make one like that for myself to show on my blog this week. So if you don't follow my blog, you probably want to hop over there. It is, of course, the www part, but it's the stampinbunny.blogspot.com, and there's a link at the top of this page if you want to try that. So I think that might be easier. Okay, there, I did that. Okay, so I'm ready to punch some of these guys. I think I'm going to do a blue one. You can line these up with some tear and tape and have them just all stick together, but I like the way it looks to have them popped up on a dimensional. So there's that. And then I'm gonna put the green one, and then I'm gonna put the blue one on the tippy top. Actually, I'm gonna do what I said in the first place. I am indecisive tonight. Too silly. All right. So there's that. And then our green. There we go. And then we have a triple dip cone. I've never had a triple dip cone, but I think they would probably be delicious. So there you can see that. And then I'm going to show you what I like to do with my classic label punch. I like to nick the edges with this. So You're So Cool would be super cute at the bottom of this card, or right here on the edge, I think. Now, maybe I would do this in a different color, but I do kind of like the contrast. It makes it where you can really see the sentiment. So it just kind of really makes it shine. We don't have any Bermuda Bay ribbon, but I do think it would be really pretty if we decide to put this at the bottom to add the, it's still current right now. I haven't heard that it's sold out. The white ribbon with the polka dots. I think that would be super pretty with this green. I like to try and like duplicate things that I see and that I notice in different geometric prints. So I kind of feel like that would be really pretty. You could also just do a bow in it and put it through. So I did stick this down. So one thing you can do there is just tuck it under. So like maybe here, I'll just put a little bit of sticky on that and tuck it under. There we are. Then I'm going to imagine wrapping it around and scoot that little dude right in there. Let me just trim this off. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just going to tuck it under. I can put my adhesive on this side and then just wrap it around. So then I have that. So then I think I'm ready to just make a little tie here. Little tiny tie. And there we go. So you can see the duplication of the circles. I just kind of like how that looks. So yeah, a triple scoop, huh? It's kind of wild. So now I'm going to do one. I feel like I've shown you the designer series paper fairly well. It does have this really, I like this really pretty confetti. So one of the things I was thinking about doing with it is lining it up here like this and layering it on here. I just thought that would be a really cute card. And then you can just put a circle or something, maybe, oh, here we go. This was the one I was looking for earlier. Put it under here like this, and then use your punches again to get your cute little designs. I was thinking on this one that I actually wanted to kind of play up the pinks rather than the, what am I trying to say? Rather than the greens, even though I've got a green card base. I just thought it would be cute to use lots of pink. So let me, might just do a single dip on this one. The back side is this red scallop that I'm not really sure about. So there you can see kind of how that looks together. And then you can kind of imagine that putting a bright ribbon on here would be really cute. But what else I think would be cute is this, if I can get a hold of it. Goodness, this pool party. Because this is a lot of white and it really allows the pool party to show up. So I think that I will probably end up wrapping the pool party around the card and then putting the bow right there. Now, one thing I haven't shown you, I hope I can find, we have some little sprinkly things that go with this. They're called ice cream sprinkles. And, oh, here's the ones I had. I wasn't wanting to have to open those, and I didn't have to. They come in this little container here, and what you can do is just add them either all over the card, like what I like to do maybe is use my green glue to put the sprinkles on the card, or you can put them on the top of your ice cream. So you can see there, you can put different colors of sprinkles. I need to get some yellow because that'll be good contrast there. You can see, just sprinkle those on the top. And then when you use the sentiment that's in the set that says, you know, with sprinkle, happy birthday with sprinkles on top or whatever, you know, like that, then it makes it kind of go together, kind of cutesy. Okay, let me just put this aside for a second. And then I have one more and we will be completely finished. I just wanted to show you what you could do if you didn't want to use the designer series paper. So what I was thinking was I put this out so I could work on it. There we go. I wanted to do two different ways of looking at this. One is to use your white paper, and then another is to use the colored paper and then stamp on top of it or just punch it. So you could use a crumb cake, cardstock, or something like that to add kind of a look to this that kind of gives it almost a real natural look. So I'm gonna show you the, hold up just a second. I'm gonna show you what I was thinking with this, and normally I would never use the very vanilla with the white, but what I liked about this is that it makes this look more creamy like ice cream, and then the white is just like part of the card. So we'll see how we like that after I get to it. So what I was thinking was a chocolate and a vanilla. So this is our early espresso, of course. And I had this card base. I used the Dainty Diamonds again, and with the Blushing Bride, so that kind of gives the idea of a strawberry. And then I was thinking that I would stamp this in the in the creme cake onto the white. So let me do that real quick. You can see this is my little triangle. There we are. And then I was thinking that the new cinnamon cider would be pretty for the little cross hatches that make it look like it is a real cone. There you can see that. And then I was also thinking this would look kind of cute either way on whether you wanted to put actual stamping or not on this. So what I have for this is the Early Espresso. Well, I don't know know if it's inked enough. One thing you want to be sure and do is get your ink refills while the colors are still available. So if you have any of the in color, ooh, that is not good. Now clearly that needs an ink refill. We'll just act like we like how that looks. It almost looks like black. The early espresso is such a dark color. It doesn't look like it on the paper so much, but here it's really dark. You want to be sure and get those before they're not available, if you haven't already done so. Okay, so now I'm ready to slide this in for this. And I could have done this just on a strip. That would have made it a lot faster for me. I think I'm getting tired from the week, maybe. Okay. Hold on just a second. So there you can see that. So if you use the stamp set, that's what you'll end up with. This is something that looks kind of like that. And then let me see if I can find maybe some Blushing Bride or some kind of a different color for this. Yeah, here we go. Let's try to use the Blushing Bride instead because I did not care for how the early espresso was looking there. So let me clean that stamp. If I can find it now. Too funny. There we go. Clean it with my cleaner. Okay. And then try the Blushing Bride. I think that I will like the looks of that better. It's like a little bit of pale, kind of a pretty strawberry or maybe a raspberry sherbet, something like that. Okay. And then I'm ready to slide that in and punch. There we go. So then you can see as I put this together that that would be another cute way of doing it. Stamping it on here and putting it on there. And then I thought, you know, we have the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. So I thought it would be really cute to use the chocolate wording on here and say something kind of about that, like, let me see, hope it's sweet, something like that. That's why I was thinking of using the early espresso. So I may want to use this, like, you know, use the Blushing Bride here and the chocolate and just kind of do it like that and use actual Blushing Bride so that I can then say chocolate, hope it's sweet, that kind of a thing. Or, you know, something to kind of put that, make that make sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I hope that you will come and see how I end up completing all of these cards on my blog. And I do appreciate you all watching, and I hope you have a great evening. Bye-bye.